I want to make a note about accountability. A reminder in case you knew and forgot, and a notice in case you didn't know. It applies to everything. Um, you can't just pick and choose. I mean, you can, but you're really not supposed to. If you're gonna be accountable, it's implied that you're gonna be accountable about everything you do. And if you're not gonna be accountable, then you're not gonna be accountable about anything. And you're going to have the consequences that come with that. If you want the benefits, that's the way it works. I mean, you can pick and choose, unfortunately. you know it isn't supposed to be a matter of if you do something and you don't like the fact that you did it, okay, or the things that you wish you hadn't done, or that you don't like yourself for having done. You don't get to just decide you're not accountable for those. That applies too. For the you're not just accountable about the actions you feel good about. It doesn't count. Sorry, it doesn't mean much in that instance. It's not hard, and so there's no merit. There's no value. You're supposed to be accountable theoretically when you don't want to be. When you do things that you look back upon and you question. Being accountable, believe it or not, counterintuitively, it starts with accepting the fact that you did something. Accepting it coldly and bluntly, and not trying to take it back, or not trying to, what we do, we play these mental gymnastics where we kind of reimagine reality. Okay, I do it. I can be honest. Nobody I've ever met has ever has ever copped to doing it, so I'm going to assume I'm the only one. That's fine. Your results in life tend to show the way that you go. Okay. But I can't be the only one, right? So the actions that you don't feel good about are the ones that you have to be accountable for. You have to accept them. And you may not think so, but you have to accept them before you can do anything to change them in the future. Okay? You can't change your past actions. Believe me, I think we try. I know that I try. I try to imagine what it would be like if I hadn't done something, if I had done this or done that, if I hadn't wasted my time on this, wasted my time on that. I'm trying to learn not to do that so much anymore. I'm trying to learn to be more present and to be more accepting of my flaws. At the very minimum, we fight our flaws. We fight, our defects and the actions that we take, which we are not proud of. Even if we don't try to relive the past or try to reimagine it, we definitely struggle to accept having done things that we would rather not have done, right? Because, in retrospect, it's very easy to look at an action you did or something you did and besmirch it, or what's the word, or look at it judgingly, right? You almost want to erase it from the record, but you can't do that. You have to accept it 100%. Accepting it doesn't mean you're going to do it again. As a matter of fact, you're actually less likely to do it again if you accept it, because accepting the fact that you did it doesn't take away the guilt. So theoretically, if you do it right, you're going to accept the fact that you did this thing that you wish you hadn't. You're going to continue to feel guilty, but you accept that you've done it, hard as it may be. Let me tell you, it's unlikely that you're going to do it again. And if you do it again, well, we all fail multiple. We fail, and then we try, and we may fail again, right? It happens. But you're unlikely to be a repeat offender, so to speak. If you accept that you did something you maybe feel ashamed of, and you still feel the shame, you still feel the remorse, then next time you have the opportunity to do this thing, you're definitely at least going to think twice. It may not stop you completely. It may not stop you in your tracks, yeah, it may not stop you in your tracks, but you're definitely going to think twice. You know, and I know you're thinking it doesn't make much of a difference to accept that you did something, but it does. Because we live in a sort of delusional reality when we fail to accept things, when we turn a blind eye to them. You may not try to reimagine your past, but certainly you try not to think about it. You got to be blunt. You got to be harsh about it. You got to, when something happens that you don't like, even if you did it, you got to accept it. You got to take it full force and make sure that it stays in your memory so that next time the option to do it comes up, if the guilt is still there, which hopefully it is, you will think twice. And hopefully you may even not do it.